Yeah, I heard what you said, but I don't believe him. I'm good,
Social club is the best.
look for the stars, look for the roaming crowd, and I will not be there. Look for the roses, they love me, they did, and I'm still not measured. Come together like 100 different strands. That's right. Wanna make God laugh, we'll just tell him your plan. Yeah. That's right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hayes Gymnasium on the campus of North Greenville University. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hayes Gymnasium on the campus of North Greenville University, where Christ makes a difference for today's contest between the Tusculum College Pioneers and your North Greenville Crusaders. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the invocation given today by Graduate Assistant Brock Frisbee, and remain standing as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, God, thank you for this day, Lord. Thank you for the many blessings you provide for us each and every day, God. Thank you for your love and the ultimate sacrifice, sending your Son, Jesus, to die for our sins, Lord. Thank you for this day, Lord. Keep all the players safe out there on the court. Keep Tusculum safe on the road back, and just let them play for your glory. So in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Now let's introduce tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Pioneers. Number 3, Benedicta Makakala. Number 5, Tara Shields. Number 20, Maylin Hay. Number 22, Reagan Croft. Number 42, Jasmine Queen. The Pioneers are coached by Devin Carter. He is assisted by Shiny Swagger and Adrian Terrell. And now, the starting lineup for your North Greenville Crusaders. At 4, number 14, Karen Donahue. At guard, number 15, Devani Howe. At center, number 25, Elizabeth Traynor. At 4, number 31, Brianna Van. And at guard, number 32, Cameron Carter. The Crusaders are coached by Jane Arlen in her 36th season at North Greenville. She's assisted by associate head coach Willis Holland, graduate season Lisa Hope, and student assistant Cindy Bell.
And welcome back one more time in 2016 to Hayes Gymnasium here on the campus of North Greenville University. I am Grace Sutherland alongside Dave Parsons, set to bring you a women's basketball matchup, non-conference matchup between homestanding North Greenville University Crusaders and the visiting Tusculum College Lady Pioneers. Dave, as we get ready to wrap up 2016, North Greenville comes in 2-5, Tusculum comes in 1-5, and both these teams want nothing more than a win and some momentum to ride out the new year with.
Yeah, the Lady Pioneers, they had a tough loss on the 3rd, losing to Catawba, and they've only won that one this year.
So opening tip controlled by North Greenville in the hands of freshman Karen Donahue out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Takes a quick shot off the front of the rim, no good. Tusculum lets it roll out of bounds, and it will be Lady Pioneer ball.
Be interesting to see what Tusculum team shows up tonight. They have scored as many as 67 points but most of their games are in the mid to upper 50s.
And North Greenville's played well. However, they are on a 3-game losing streak. Well, technically 2-game losing streak, depending on if you want to count the exhibition at Western Carolina or not. But a tough loss at King on the road, and then here at home to a always nationally ranked tough squad in Limestone. And so North Greenville, with the final home game here of 2016, looking for a win to try and stack up some momentum before they head on a 2-game road trip. And then they'll be back home for the Christmas break. Devontae Powell with it on the right side, trying to drive inside, goes left side to Donahue. Donahue spins around, looks for a shot, doesn't have it. Goes back outside the circle to set up Cameron Carter. And now Carter attempts to drive in, puts it up, in and good. And Cameron Carter providing some of that senior leadership, even though she's a junior, providing some of that experience she brings back to this team.
Cameron Carter had a great outing last time out here at Hayes. She led the team pretty much whole night, even if the stats didn't show it.
Tusculum able to answer at the other end. We're tied up at 2 here in the first quarter. Devontae Powell with it in front court. Uses Trenum as a pick, drives in, and gets blocked from behind. And it's a turnover to the Lady Pioneers. Number 22, Reagan Croft gets it. Now here comes Tusculum. Right side, bounce pass underneath, open shot, blocked out of bounds, and a foul.
What a great pass that time. Right between 2 defenders, right to the receiver. And if it wasn't for the foul, she'd have had an easy layup.
It's Malin Head, number 20, who was fouled. First foul goes up against number 40. Well, scoreboard showing 42. They'll have to readjust that as there is no 42 on North Greenville's side. Tusculum with it again, and rebounded by Elizabeth Trenum. Now Donahue left side, looking underneath, has some help, and a shot off the glass and in from Brianna Mann.
Brianna Mann took that shot like she knew what she was doing. I think they've been practicing pretty much for the last week or so.
And Devontae Powell trying to force a steal, won't get it. Right side now with number 5, Tara Shields looking underneath. Now it's back out. Here comes number 3, Benedicta Makakala, as her shot deflects off, no good. Long pass down to Donahue, running behind the defense. Easy layup for her, and North Greenville takes a quick lead, 6-2. Well, it looks like North Greenville just caught the Tusculum defense sleeping. Donahue's able to slip by and goes for the steal there. Doesn't get to it in time. And now, Dave, I think it was the Bob Jones game back on November 17th. It seemed like Devontae Powell was a one-woman wrecking crew out there, forcing steal, turnover, you name it.
Yes, she was. I remember that game very well.
Tusculum still with it underneath with Jasmine Queen looking for the shot, blocked by Donahue. And a foul against the Lady Pioneers, offensive foul. That was a shot clock violation. Lady Pioneers letting the clock run down on them. So North Greenville gets the ball back, 6:56 to go in the first quarter. North Greenville leading 6-2. Now Tusculum shifting into a full court press. Here comes Carter challenging it. She gets out of it. And that's something over these past few seasons that teams have dropped into, and it has frustrated Coach Arledge and this North Greenville team as a fadeaway shot rattles in. Good.
Good roll.
Brianna Mann again.
Yeah. If I remember right, Gray, the last time the Lady Crusaders were on the floor, Cameron Carter had about 3 3-pointers in a row.
Well, so far, Brianna Mann making the impact early as the Lady Pioneers. Devontae Powell intercepts the bad pass, races into front court at a disadvantage, though, 3-on-1. Waits for some help. Here comes Carter left side. Drives in, has the shot. It's no good, and she's called for the foul. The first foul against North Greenville, against Cameron Carter, and it looks like the one foul that was already on the board was called against number 42 for Tusculum, Jasmine Queen. So each team now with a foul on the board. North Greenville leads it 8-2 as A dish outside, a three on the way is no good from Tara Shields. Lady Pioneers going for the rebound. And it looks like they will be rewarded with the ball. Last touch by a Lady Crusader.
As I suspected, Gray, 2 points so far, and we're about halfway through the first period. 2 points for Tusculum for the Lady Pioneers. Seems like awful low scoring for their squad. They're better than that.
Three on the way, gets stuck. And between the basket and the backboard is Tara Shields trying to rally the troops back. Tusculum only averages about 59 points per game through the 6 contests they have played. So they're going to have to break that trend if they want to try and outshoot North Greenville.
Yeah, Tusculum's going to have to take a short break after tonight, too, because Saturday they play in the Nora Rhine.
And a high pass over the head of Queen underneath. Queen's got some height, 6'2", trying to play underneath for Tusculum. Now, Lady Pioneers are trying that full court press again. They've got 3 players in North Greenville's backcourt as the running pass goes to number 12, Ayano Shelton, and now quickly underneath. Shelton looking for the pass is fouled. And North Greenville will retain possession. Second foul against Tusculum against Malin Head, number 20.
You mentioned Benedicta Makakela for Tusculum, and she's out of Stockholm, Sweden. That's a long drive for her.
Now Devani Powell gets the rebound. They call jump ball. Possession arrow points to the Lady Crusaders. Now, it wasn't too long ago, international player here for Tusculum, you mentioned Makakala. I think it was 2 years ago, Carson Newman had a basketball player from Iceland, I think it was, and her last name was Kristmanstadter.
Well, that's easy for you to say.
Well, I had to practice it about 15 times. North Greenville with the ball. Long inbound sinks into the hands of number 31, Mann. And now here comes Powell. Slips it through the defense. 3 on the way from the corner. Too strong from Michaela Wolf. Now the Lady Pioneers down 6, trying to counter. Right side in the hands of Makakala. And now 20, that's Head, fires a free throw line jumper, no good. A lob shot doesn't go in as well from Shields. North Greenville finally gets the rebound. Got Powell heading the other way.
Lady Pioneers have the right idea, just keep putting it back up there.
And Karen Donahue with not one of the lob threes, but an absolute laser beam of a 3 to put North Greenville up 11-2. There's a partial block from Donahue on the defensive side of things. Now North Greenville trying to take the fast transition the other way. Free throw line and a travel called against NGU against Mann. Had an open lane.
Yeah, with that smile on her face, she knew it too.
We hit our first media timeout with 4:30 to go in the first quarter. North Greenville up big, 11-2 so far through this first quarter.
Since we're at a timeout here, Gray, we want to take this opportunity to thank our viewers and listeners on the North Greenville Sports Network, both our NGU fans and those viewing from our competitors. Just a reminder, it is our goal to bring you all the action and commentary in a fair and impartial way, and to highlight the positive in both teams. Please feel free to invite friends and family to join us, and contact the North Greenville University Administrative Office if you have any comments or suggestions about our broadcast. Remember, you can also message us on Ustream, and when we get an opportunity, we will respond. We invite you to please enjoy tonight's action on the North Greenville Sports Network. Our next broadcast will be in January on the 6th, which I believe is a Friday, and we should have men's volleyball starting up at that point.
That's right. Men's volleyball will start their season on Friday, January the 6th. We had a scrimmage, unofficial scrimmage, basically exhibition against the Clemson University club team. Hope they can continue to spread the message of men's volleyball. I'd like to see that sport catch on more here in the Southeast, as there is no Division II. There's not enough teams. So if you have a team if you have a men's volleyball team, you are considered Division I. Coming out of the timeout, just past halfway here in the first quarter. North Greenville leading 11-2, and Powell trying to go for another steal. She's already got one. Now the Lady Pioneers trying to take a quick three, and good from Tara Shields, and that hopefully will rejuvenate their offense.
Yeah, Gray, we've talked about that before the broadcast tonight, how the timeouts can change momentum, and we're seeing it again.
And North Greenville trying to get into front court. Wolf had a moment in back court, able to get it into front court. As now here is Shelton right side, down the middle, up and no good. Gets her own rebound, fires it out to Donahue. Donahue has a go. That's too strong. Trenum gets the rebound. Back out to Shelton. Shelton down the middle lane. Donahue gets blocked from behind, catches her own rebound, and that's three on this one possession for North Greenville. As now here comes Shelton for three. That's no good. And Donahue gets the fourth rebound. Fresh shot clock for North Greenville. Lady Crusaders will try again after 4 offensive boards. Powell goes right side. Shelton to Donahue. Donahue boxed out, fires it anyway, misses no good, and finally the threat comes to an end. Now the Lady Pioneers, long pass tipped by Trenum, picked off by Shelton back the other way. Left side, looking for Wolf for three. Too strong, no good. And rebounded by Trenum. And now Trenum tries a shot. That's good. So in those two possessions, North Greenville got 5 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that's good coaching all the way down. Just keep telling your players, keep crashing the boards, go for those rebounds, try to get that second chance.
And also another freshman coming up big here in the first quarter. Ayano Shelton out of Mount Airy, North Carolina for North Greenville had at least 3 of those rebounds. As the shot's no good from Tusculum. Powell back the other way for NGU. Stops on the right side, gives it to Trenum, a little off target, but Trenum puts it up, partially blocked, and a foul will be called in on the block.
Yeah, I think it was a little more than partially on the arm that time. She didn't have the presence to think it was coming and put a little extra effort in it, though. I wish she had. She'd have got it at least up to the board, but it was about 3 foot short.
Kalia Murray called for the 3rd Lady Pioneer foul. And it will send Trenum to the line. And Trenum can't make the first one. Trenum just over 55% free throw shooter on the young season. Able to get the second one, and that puts North Greenville up 14-5.
Now seeing Jessica Garlington for the first time tonight, I believe, for the Lady Crusaders.
And Garlington had a blowout performance against Bob Jones. I believe she rattled off, was it 3 or 4 threes in a row? She had a big night. She's in possession of the ball right now. Fires it right side to Cameron Carter. 2 substitutions coming up for Tusculum. Right side over to number 22 for North Greenville. It's Wolf. Wolf down the middle lane to Trenum. Trenum blocked, absolutely rejected by number 32, Murray.
Yeah, it was a great block with just under 2 minutes to go now.
And Tara Shields rattled it out, but rattled it back in on the 3. And pass batted away by number 3, Makakala, and Tusculum starting to make a little bit of noise here late in the first quarter.
Yeah, they called that timeout, and they really put it together after that. They've come off that 2-point mark up to 8 now, so they're definitely making progress.
Tara Shields has 2 threes already for Tusculum. Coming in, she has attempted 38 threes on the season, has only made 13 though. And an inbound tipped over the head of a North Greenville player, number 10, trying to go for the steal, Sydney Wilson.
Yeah, and actually that was a good play on her part because I thought she was on the player's back, but she got all ball.
Wilson is called for the team's 4th foul. North Greenville trying to stretch out their lead a little bit more after a couple of threes from Tara Shields has pulled Tusculum back. Trenum down the middle, doesn't have much help. Back out to Carter. Carter tries for 3. That's too strong, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Pioneers. Believe they wanted to travel early, but I think they'll settle for possession here. Fires a pass left side. Head has it. Trying to get around Carter. Puts it up. Too short. No good. North Greenville back the other way. Brianna Mann with it. Right side. And a three on the way is short. No good from Alicia Jones. Now into the final minute of the first quarter. Tusculum slowing things down here on this drive. Left side to number 22, Reagan Croft. Underneath, and a layup in and good from Kalia Murray.
And here comes that press again, Greg.
Now they're forced to drop out of it after North Greenville reaches front court with Garlington. Garlington right side to Carter. And Carter will try for three again, and she hits it.
Yeah, shot clock is off now.
15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tusculum could wait this one out to the final shot. Left side for Croft. And down to 6 seconds. Make it 5. Now up top, Makakala drives in, puts it up. North Greenville lets her go. She misses the shot. And no shot will be taken from North Greenville before the buzzer sounds. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter. North Greenville ran out to an 11-2 lead. Tusculum pulled it back to 14-8. And North Greenville has settled things in here at 17-10.
Yeah, it was almost like two halves of the first period there, Gray. North Greenville owned the first half and Tusculum owned the second half. It's a good comeback for them.
And so we'll step away for a short break, bring it back to the second quarter. North Greenville taking on Tusculum in the final home game here at Hayes Gymnasium for 2016. Most everybody's already left for Christmas break. So if you're joining in and your break just started, we thank you and enjoy your holidays. And we hope to see you back in January here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Back ready for the second quarter here on the North Greenville Sports Network. North Greenville leading Tusculum 17-10. As Lady Pioneers start with the ball here to start off the quarter. Trying to cut away into a 7-point deficit. Right side, deep two on the way. No good from Wilson. And foul called against North Greenville, so it will stay with the Lady Pioneers.
Yeah, Devontae Powell got called for a tripping penalty that time.
Something I noticed about that first quarter, and it shows on the stat sheet, both these teams are not afraid to go for the offensive boards. After that first quarter, North Greenville had 6. Tusculum had 5 offensive rebounds, so expect a lot of action underneath the basket. As here comes Carter on the move, and blocking foul called against Tusculum as Carter tried to go up for the shot. She'll head to the line and get 2 shots. First foul against Reagan Croft. Team's first for this quarter. Carter lets the first one fly and hits it. And Cameron Carter is one of the best free throw shooters on this team. Makes a second one, and if I'm reading this right, she came in 10 for 10, and now she's 12 for 12 on free throws. Foul called right in front of the Tusculum bench against NGU. Looks like that one's going to go up against Carter.
Sometimes it's a good idea to have two players blocking the player with the ball, but that time they just got a little too close. Got called for the hand check.
And Cameron Carter already has 2 personal fouls here in the first half. And Tusculum with the ball now trying to cut away at a 9-point lead. Malin Head boxed out, nowhere to go. Gets it back up to Wilson, now underneath, and a wide open shot missed. Offensive rebound, second shot missed from Tusculum, as Morgan Depew and Jasmine Williams both had really good looks but couldn't cash it in. Now Trenum has it back outside the circle to Donahue for NGU. Powell looking underneath, fires it to Mann. And Mann looking for some open looks, has a pass tipped up by Trenum off with the hand of Williams.
Gray, I'm seeing a kind of an unusual defense by the Lady Crusaders this time, or at least the last time down. 4 players were on a man-to-man assignment, and Devontae Powell kind of had a free range. She was like the floater. She just followed the ball.
And double dribble called against Powell. Turn it over to Tusculum. Well, after her performance against Bob Jones, it might be Coach Arledge might have seen something that she liked that Powell was able to bring to this team and kind of drop her out in the, not really the zone per se, but just kind of let her be the spy. And if she has the open look, go for the steal.
Tusculum number 5, Tara Shields in the game now out of Maryville, Tennessee.
She's got the team's 2 threes right now. And here comes a shot up and too strong from Wilson, rebounded by Powell. Powell into front court. Well, Tusculum sets up and what looks to be a 2-3 as here comes Trenum underneath to Mann, gets it in, and North Greenville leads 21-10.
Yeah, a little bit of a height advantage that time for the Lady Crusaders under that basket.
Now, Mann's 5'11". I think her defender was Wilson, who's 5'9", so a couple inches of space there. Mann coming up and playing that press defense, and here's a turnover forced. And a hard foul in front court. It goes against North Greenville. Wave the basket off and call that one on Michaela Wolf.
Yeah, she unfortunately she passed the ball, but she went ahead and knocked the defender down. They called the charging foul on her anyway.
First personal foul against Wolf will be 3rd team foul for North Greenville, and just past 2 minutes into the second quarter. So Tusculum looking at some free throws. Should North Greenville get 2 more fouls? Here comes a backward shot, no good.
And there's one of those fouls now.
I'll cut that deficit down to 1. That will send Sydney Wilson to the line.
That's 2 quick fouls on Wolf now. Back-to-back possessions.
And Cameron Carter is also sitting at 2 fouls for NGU. As Wilson's able to get the first shot in, and for her on the year, she has not attempted any free throws until now. So give her 1 for 1 so far. And 2 for 2, so that's a nice 100 even free throw shooting percentage for Sydney Wilson. Donahue in the press, gets out of it to Powell. Now Powell heads to the left side. Tusculum drops back. Left side pass for number 34 momentarily, Alicia Jones. Now ball bobbled, knocked away in the hands of Kylie Schmidt all the way into backcourt. Now Donahue has to escape again. Shot clock underneath 10. Donahue top of the key, spins underneath, gets it up with 3 on the shot clock, and they wave the basket off and call a travel.
Yeah, she had one too many steps that time, Gray. She had the right idea, but one too many steps.
A lot of possessions ending in turnovers. Either a turnover or a foul, offensive foul against North Greenville is giving Tusculum all the chances they need to get back in this game, down 21-12. Up top side now back left with Wilson. Wilson trapped, and that's going to be the 5th foul against North Greenville. Against Trenum. And it will send Wilson to the line, as I believe after the rule changes a year or so ago, Tusculum is now in the bonus for the rest of the quarter.
And based on what you said earlier, Wilson would now be 3 for 3 on the year.
Now coming in, she had not attempted any free throws, but starting off strong, shall we say, and well, give her another 4. Donahue gets out of the trap in the corner. Into front court, only 2 defenders back there for Tusculum. And this one just barely batted out by Wilson. North Greenville's lucky to have that possession not end in a turnover.
Wilson showing up for Tusculum at both ends now.
Now foul away from the inbound against North Greenville. So Tusculum gets it back. The Lady Pioneers with 6:44 to go in the second quarter, still down 7. Plenty of time to cut away as Shields looks for her third 3, too strong. Another offensive board by Makakala, and the Lady Pioneers called for travel with Wilson. Powell looking to bring it into front court. Here she comes. Tusculum has 1 up on Powell, and 3 defenders dropped back as here comes Trenum at the baseline for 2. No good. And Tusculum called for a foul. Been a while since they were called for one, but they get one here.
Yeah, Trenum felt the pressure that time and felt like she had a foul coming to her, so she went ahead and took the shot.
Trenum, a high arcing free throw, drops it in. And second one rattles out. That's 22-14, an 8-point lead for North Greenville. Even though she missed the second one, Trenum needed that made free throw that she did. She's made her first free throw on the year. As another foul against North Greenville at the other end against Powell.
Gray, there's an old rule in basketball. You don't see it called much anymore, but I noticed that Makakala has been doing it, and it's called palming. And I noticed when she hands the ball, she palms that ball a lot.
First free throw out, no good from Croft. Croft for Tusculum, 2 of 12 from the line. And misses the second one short. Well, the press is wreaking havoc here on the inbound. Tusculum somehow did not get the steal as Kylie Schmidt came racing up for the ball. Powell brings it into front court and fires it left side. Schmidt looking underneath for Donahue. Also Trenum there. Pass batted, and Schmidt somehow retains it. Fires it right to Shelton, and now here comes help, and Schmidt drops it in for 2 and the foul. Second foul against Croft. Third team foul will send Schmidt to the line.
Referees are unsure about something.
They might have put
They've got it cleared up. I think they were counting the basket to give her 1 shot.
Kylie Schmidt for North Greenville looking for this 3-point play. And she has it, 25-14. North Greenville leads at 5:39 to go in the second quarter.
Lady Pioneers with a full complement of players on the bench. I think I counted 14 when they were warming up. So they've got plenty of substitutes sitting over there trying to work their way into the game now.
Yeah, that's a good amount of depth for Tusculum to try and work with should they need it. And Powell's going to get called for another foul.
Devontae Powell been playing pretty good defense. That time she just got a little bit behind the lady with the ball and got too much arm.
And it sends Makakala to the line. Makes the first one. Makakala, third best free throw shooting percentage, just right at 76.9. That one should help her out up to an even 77 from the line. And goes 2 for 2 on that trip, and Tusculum cuts the lead back down to single digits to 9. And Pioneers get the steal as Wilson came on a break. And now here's the shot, in and good from Callie Patterson.
Lady Pioneers showing good heart now. They're not going to give up. Way too early for any of that sort of talk.
Lady Pioneers still looking for their first win on the road for 2016-2017 as a high pass sails through the hands of Mann. And a turnover right back to Tusculum. Now can they turn it into points and cut the lead down to 5? Makakala with it up top, left side, fires it out. 3 on the way from Wilson, short, no good. Ball out of bounds off of Tusculum. And timeout for this quarter comes with 4:39 to play. North Greenville leads by 7. They've led as much by 11, but Tusculum keeps hanging around. It's 25-18. The Lady Pioneers hunting for their first lead of the game. We'll step away for a short break, bring you back to more women's basketball action here from Hayes Gymnasium on the North Greenville Sports Network. Just past the halfway mark here in the second quarter. North Greenville leading Tusculum 25-18. Both teams needing a win. Get something positive going to close out 2016 as a shot misses short, no good from Mann, but she is called for the foul. We'll send Brianna Mann to the line for North Greenville.
Lady Pioneers have gone small now, trying to get more speed, I think.
And 75% free throw shooter so far in the season for Mann.
And just as I say that, they substitute height back in.
And put Jasmine Williams, 6'2", back in. And Mann continues to boost her percentage on the season. Makes them both. It's 27-18. As Makakala into front court. Left side to Tara Shields. Now number 20. That was Head who fired it underneath, had it batted around by a couple Lady Crusaders and finally stolen away. Carter down to Donahue. Been a while since we've heard from Donahue getting a good look. She's left side, goes to Schmidt. Schmidt all the way over to Carter. Carter for a long 3, short, no good. And offensive board by Schmidt after it bounced off number 12, Shelton. Now Carter, 3 defenders on her, blocked from behind. And they catch Carter for the infraction.
Yeah, it's going to make a short night for Carter, I'm afraid. She thought she'd got blocked cleanly, and then she ran into the other defender when she came out from under the basket.
And that's going to put the best three-point shooter on the North Greenville team at 3 personal fouls. And right back to the bench. Lady Pioneers see if they can capitalize with a critical piece of North Greenville offense out of the floor for the moment. As it's left side with Shields, and now an open look and good shot from Murray to cut the lead back to 7.
Tusculum trying to make that comeback now, and they can do it. So the Lady Crusaders are going to have to watch very careful.
Mann tries the shot. That's no good. And 2 players go to the floor, Schmidt and Williams, and they reward the ball to Tusculum and call in a foul against Schmidt.
Yeah, that was very close to a jump ball. Referee saw something I didn't see from up here, but he's right there on the play. We've seen it all season, Gray. These referees know exactly what's going on. I am so impressed with their calls. Very good. In both men and women's game.
Free throw drops in from Williams as Tusculum continues to chip away at the lead. Shooting 6 of 26 from the floor, 2 of 8 from beyond the arc. Their best stat of the night is free throws. And that's what's keeping them alive here, as that one rattles out, no good. So a 1-for-2 trip from Jasmine Williams, and now North Greenville in trouble in the corner. And Lady Crusaders able to get a timeout off as Wolf had no help.
And Tusculum coach Devon Carter, if he can get his team within 5 going into the locker room at halftime, I think he'll be very happy with that, the way they're playing right now. They could come back from a 5-point deficit.
Yeah, it's
only
really
down
something.
6 right now.
As Tusculum fell behind early in the turnover battle, 5-2. Since then, North Greenville has committed a turnover 7 times, and Tusculum's 4. Again, North Greenville's led as much by 11 in this game. Tusculum still looking for their first lead. Right, Crusaders need some points on the board. As it's Donahue in the corner underneath to Trenum. Trenum at the baseline, fires it back out. Donahue, now Wolf, right side for Shelton. Wolf back up top. Right side, Shelton over there, looking underneath for Mann. Fadeaway jumper, that's no good. Rebounded by the Pioneers.
Crusaders had to take a shot. It was down to 5 on the shot clock.
Makakala fires it left to Shields. Back up to Makakala. Here she comes around the right side. Hand off to Wilson. Wilson drives in down the middle. Tried to go behind the back to somebody. Looked like she was trying to go to Williams, and now they get a jump ball call. And it is to NGU. Shelton hanging on to it, able to get it back for her team. Bound to Donahue, now Shelton again. Shelton for Wolf, in trouble again to Mann. Back up top, Shelton, left side, looking for Wolf. Wolf drives in, nothing there. Trenum for a long 2, got it.
Yeah, foot just barely on the line on that one. Another 3 inches, she'd had a 3-pointer out of it.
There's 29-21, North Greenville leads.
Coming into the last minute 30.
Makakala pass batted up by Wolf, picked off by Trenum. Trenum looks back to Wolf. Now Shelton for a long 2 from the left side. That's too strong. Rebound goes into the hands of Williams. Long passes. A Tusculum has Shields back there, and she gets it in.
Good look up the floor that time by Tusculum to find the open player on the breakaway.
Now the press forcing North Greenville into some trouble as Shelton sidearms a pass picked off by Tusculum. Pioneers down 6 can make this a one-possession game with a three-pointer, and Shields is on the floor. Looks like they'll try for two, partially blocked, and North Greenville able to get away with the basketball. Donahue spin move, drives inside, looks up to Shelton for two, good. Nobody on her, and she's going to make that one from that distance all day.
Yeah, that takes the 5-point deficit out of play now.
Shot clock turns off. We're 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Makakala just barely into front court.
Lady Pioneers will have to regroup at halftime.
Right side to Wilson. See if they go to Shields for a three. No, Wilson drives in, floats it up, no good. And if North Greenville can get it, Shelton to Donahue. A collision, nothing called. Ball still loose on the floor. And no good as Malin Head tries to put it up at the buzzer. As it was mayhem on the right side of the circle, and that will take us to the half with North Greenville leading 31-23. So, Dave, impressions of that first half that we've seen?
Well, it seems to me like it was a kind of a first half of the first period went to one team, and the first half of the second period went to another team. So it was kind of a streaky play back and forth. I thought Tusculum might get that lead down to 4, or maybe 5, maybe 3 before going into halftime, but some unfortunate turnovers right there at the end of the first half let the Lady Crusaders get a basket or two and just kind of moved it on up a little higher.
So at the half, North Greenville leads Tusculum 31-23. We'll step away for a break and bring you back with some numbers that we have updated numbers and get you ready for the third and fourth quarters of this women's basketball contest here on the North Greenville Sports Network. just before we get underway for the third quarter, we bring in our third member of the broadcast crew, Ansley Brock, down courtside, getting ready to catch up with head coach of North Greenville University Lady Crusaders, head coach Jane Arledge. And we'll see what she has to say about the first half and see what she's got to say on the second half.
Coach, how do you feel as though your girls are handling Tusculum's defensive full press?
Well, we've made some dumb mistakes. We've thrown the ball away, and we knew this was going to happen, that they were going to press, and we're just not being where we're supposed to be and reversing the ball.
Can you describe to us the impact of your freshmen have made on this team?
You know, this team is built around these freshmen because we lost a bunch last year, and so we reloaded with a bunch of freshmen, and so they've got to play. So we just kind of threw them in the fire.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Wish you the best luck. Back to you, Gray.
Well, sometimes that's the best way to get them indoctrinated into the system is basically go, well, here you go. That's the way the freshmen get involved. And when they're talented and playmakers like North Greenville has, and set you up for good things down the road.
Actually, also, Gray, that's a good recruiting tool because the freshmen coming out of high school know what the situation is at the school they're going to, and they'll assess whether they'll have an opportunity then to get playing time and maybe even start and get a lot more experience at the college level.
And so here's some numbers coming off that first half of play. North Greenville leads 31-23 over Tusculum. Both teams shooting well under 50%. North Greenville at 39.3, Tusculum at 24.1. The three game has also not been there for either team. North Greenville at 20%, Tusculum at 25. Free throws is about the lone bright spot, but North Greenville shooting 77.8, Tusculum shooting 70. Turnovers about even, Tusculum 11 to North Greenville's 10. And the rebound department, Tusculum has come up big in the offensive boards, 9-7. And North Greenville does have the edge in total rebounds, 22-20. Tusculum has not led this ball game. North Greenville's had a large lead as much as 11. On the floor, for North Greenville, Brianna Mann leads the way with 8. Cameron Carter has 7, but she also has 3 personal fouls. Also chipping in on the scores, Donahue with 5, Elizabeth Trenum with 6 points, Kylie Schmidt with 3, Ayano Shelton with 2. For the Lady Pioneers, it is Tara Shields with the team's 2 threes with 8 points. Benedicta Makakala has 4. Sydney Wilson has 4. Kalaya Murray has 4. Callie Patterson has 2. And Jasmine Williams has 1.
I think one of the major stories of the first half, too, for the Lady Crusaders is Carter's foul problems. Kept her out of the game most of the first half.
And she will start the second half on the bench as well. And Tusculum with a quick 3 off the side of the rim, no good, but their 10th offensive rebound. Now Makakala fires it right side. Here comes Shields. Can she get 3? That's no good. Powell finally pulls the rebound down for NGU.
Another great rebound for Powell, one of the smallest players out there.
And a missed steal by Tusculum. Takes a player off the floor right now. Here's Trenum underneath. Now Donahue has it batted away, but gets it to Powell. Now back to Donahue. Back to Powell, underneath, Mann's there. Jumper is too strong, no good. Trenum with the rebound to Donahue. Right side 3 on the way, no good. And rebounded by Wilson. Tusculum tries the near side. Makakala pulls up for 2, no good. Rebounded by Mann. Powell back the other way, long past the Donahue right side. Looked for the 3. And instead gets called for the travel.
Looks clear to me, Gray, like the Lady Pioneers have gotten their instructions at halftime to come out shooting, try to make up some of this deficit. That was a quick shot that time.
Now, they didn't waste any time. Within 20 seconds, they had a shot up in the air. Here comes a move inside. Now pass back out. Shields is open again. Too strong. And rebounded by Mann. Right, Garlington left side for North Greenville, back to Powell. Powell hits the right side, gives it up to Mann, drives down the middle, floats one up, too strong, no good. And a minute and a half has gone by and nobody's made a shot. As here's Garlington, far side corner, three, and we have one. And Garlington trying to pick back up where she left off in that Bob Jones game where she exploded for several threes. Has one here early in the third quarter. Quick jumper taken, no good. Too strong from Williams. And a foul against Tusculum.
Yeah, the referee said Makakala grabbed the arm of Devontae Powell that time as they were both going to the ball.
Here's Powell in backcourt, passes it to Garlington in front court, and now to Donahue, back over left. The Powell up top, Donahue right side, Garlington open for three. It spins out. And now there's a battle for the rebound, and they say a foul as Tusculum was very close to that edge. Out of bounds as it's against, like it's against Wilson. Or no, they put it against 31, against Mann.
Yeah, Mann's first foul now of the game.
As here comes Wilson, gets around the defense, puts a shot up, short, rebounded by Mann as she's not quitting on the defensive boards. Here comes Powell. She pulls up short. As Garlington on the left goes to Donahue on the right. Now underneath the Trenum for two from the near side, no good. Rebounded by Wilson. And in traffic shot, sails over the basket from Wilson. Now Donahue trying to take a quick transition in from the left side. Fires it out to Garlington, far side three, good.
Looks like Garlington's got that 3-eye tonight, right from that corner.
I don't think she ever got rid of it. As they catch Trenum for the foul, trying to go up against Makakala. Second foul against Trenum. Shields right side gives it to Wilson. Wilson in traffic, back to Shields. Now up top for Malin Head. She drives in, puts one up, and bounces out, no good.
North Greenville has gone to a true man-to-man defense now. There's no floater.
And now here's Trenum underneath, blocked and secured by Jasmine Williams. Shields down the left side, up top to Makakala. Makakala, nothing down the middle, back outside the circle for three is good from Malin Head.
Couple more threes like that by the Pioneers will put them right back in this game, Greg.
Underneath, looking for Donahue from Shelton. Shelton calls for it back, instead gets it to Powell. Powell tries the middle, and she runs into traffic and gets called for the, and Powell gets called for the foul.
That's third foul on Devontae Powell now. She's going to have to watch the fouls. That might bring Carter back in.
Powell stays in for the moment. North Greenville up 11. That's on the right side with Williams. And Williams up top to Makakala, closely guarded by Powell. Now they go right side, Shields underneath for Williams. Back out to Shields, open for three, got it.
Yeah, that was what they were needing right there. Coach Arledge has definitely got a concerned look on her face right now.
Yeah, and the perimeter defense starting to fall apart for North Greenville as 2 threes in a row have gotten Tusculum right back into this thing as Trentham turns it over in the paint. Shields back the other way, even 2-on-2 advantage as she pulls up and gets called for the travel. Our timeout of this quarter will come with 4:36 to go. North Greenville pulled away at the start of the third quarter, much like they did at the start of the game. But again, Dave, you said it earlier, really a tale of two halves within the quarter itself. North Greenville pulls away, but then Tusculum starts pulling it right back.
Yeah, and we'll see if the timeout will do a momentum change again. North Greenville seems to have lost that momentum now. The scoreboard doesn't show it, but Tusculum is definitely outplaying them right now.
Tara Shields has 3 of her team's 4 threes. And Shields leads the way with 11 points scoring-wise for the Lady Pioneers. Still Brianna Mann leading the way. Actually, yeah, with 8. And Garlington right on her heels with 6, as well as Carter with 7. But we haven't seen Carter yet this half.
Down to 4:36 to play in the third quarter now. 37-29 in favor of the Lady Crusaders. Like you said earlier, Gray, both teams need a win to get the momentum going. North Greenville's going to go on a 4-game road trip, 2 in December and 2 in January, if I see my schedule right.
Yep, that's right. That the trip to Mount Olive, that's a doubleheader. The trip to Barton, that's a doubleheader. Emmanuel's a doubleheader. I think all the conference games are going to be doubleheaders. And it's blocked out of bounds. Boy, Williams is coming up big. But Dave, you are right. After we finish here tonight on Saturday, the doubleheader at men's of basketball at Mount Olive, and then a solo women's game at Benedict. Men's basketball is at Brevard, and that will close out 2016.
Yeah, the men's team had a 5-game road trip, and the women with 4.
Carter gets out of the trap to Shelton with a nice one-handed snag. Here's Garlington left side, all open for 3. Misses it short, and they stop play for a moment. Looked like a clean rebound from Mann. She made the shot. A foul away from the play is against Tusculum on Malin Head, her second. Lobs up the inbound to Garlington. Carter underneath to Mann. Easy 2 for her.
Great pass that time by Carter. Instead of taking the 3, she put it right up under the basket.
And at the other end, an easy 2 for Maka Kalish. Nobody really challenged her. As here's Shelton up to Garlington right side. Back to Carter. To Mann.
Garlington wanted that 3. Now she's getting it.
And she buries it.
And she got it, too, yes.
She's already got 3 threes, and she played very little. I don't really remember seeing her much at all in that first half. Here's Shields trying to respond for 3. That is too strong. Secured by Mann, tipped by Makakala, in for 2. She misses it, and Mann able to get away without allowing any points.
Lady Crusaders lucky to get away without an easy 2 there.
And Shelton drives in for 2, but before she takes the shot, another foul against Tusculum. That's their 3rd. And it's going to go up against, see here. Scoreboard still showing 15, so I guess that's the second one against Williams. As Mann bobbles it underneath, reels it back in traffic, puts it up, misses too strong. Williams with the rebound. Right side in the hands of Malin Head. Up top to Makakala. Back to Head. Now right side in the corner for Croft for a long 2. She got it. I'm checking to see if that was 2. Yes. And another turnover and a foul against Cameron Carter, her 4th.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt Carter now. It's gonna bring Devontae Powell back in.
Against Tara Shields.
We're just under 3 minutes to go in the third period.
Shields at the line. First one in and good. Shields is very strong from the line. She's only attempted 5 free throws coming into today, but she's made all 5. And she's made all 7. Again, trying to go for the trap as Powell bounces it off Williams. They are putting the 2 tallest players, Tusculum is, against Powell. Williams 6'2", and Sydney Wilson 5'9". Jasmine Queen is also 6'2", but a senior is currently on the bench. Now Shelton has to inbound it and can't over Williams as she gets another block on the inbound. Out to Shields for 3, no good. But it is kept in bounds by Wilson, but it's turned over right to North Greenville. Now Garlington in trouble, gets it to Shelton, who's all alone as Shelton left side. Donahue in traffic for 3, got it.
Lady Crusaders needed that 3 that time.
45-35.
Been turning the ball over. I know the coach was talking about that at halftime for the Lady Crusaders, talking about the turnovers and sloppy play, and it continues.
Winding our way to the end of the third quarter, just over 2 minutes as Shields has it up top against Garlington. Can't spin her way underneath. Now here's Croft with the shot clock at 5. Back to Shields. Shields makes a move inside, puts it up too strong. Trenham gets the rebound to Garlington. Now Garlington up to Shelton, to Donahue. At the baseline, spins around, fadeaway jumper too strong. Trenham with the rebound, has her try, and she's called for a travel.
Showing good hands, but the feet just won't cooperate.
Left side Wilson, she tries a fadeaway jumper, that's no good. Donahue with the rebound, heads the other way. Donahue going up against Wilson, tries for 2 and doesn't get it, but she will get the foul.
And no traveling this time down. Just get the 2 points on the board when the clock stopped.
So both teams now at 4 fouls apiece. The second one against Sydney Wilson for Tusculum sends Donahue to the line. And too strong on the first one. Normally reliable Donahue, and just under 60% from the line. Second one just kind of rolled off, and Shelton got the rebound. She missed a shot. Trenham gets the third rebound, and North Greenville will retain possession with a fresh shot clock as Donahue turns it over. And now here come the Lady Pioneers. Malin heads to the right side, has an open look, tries for 2, bounces it up, and rolls in after it went all the way around. 45-37, and Shelton tried to do a behind-the-back dribble, fell, turned it over, and no, that is Croft was able to cash it in for 2. So that's 4 points against NGU in about 10 seconds. Powell into front court in a heavy dose of Lady Pioneer traffic. Shelton right side underneath to Trenham for 2. That is short, no good. Now Williams with the rebound. Tamaka Kala into front court. Left side open for Croft. That's 21 Callie Patterson up for 2. No good. Rebounded by Donahue as the shot clock turns off. 20 seconds to go. Donahue right down the middle. Fires it back out. A 3 on the way from Shelton is good. 10 seconds to go for Tusculum.
Coach Harley that time was calling for play, hold the ball for the last shot, but that 3 came in the way.
And that too is quickly buried by Makakala at the buzzer. North Greenville will take it to the out of bounds line and the end of the third quarter as well. So at the end of 3, 48-41, North Greenville makes a 3, Tusculum takes a 2. It's a 7-point lead for North Greenville at the end of 3.
Little different quarter that time than we've seen the first 2. Pretty much evenly matched both ways. I really didn't see any particular runs going on except missed shots. But point-wise, I think we're just about where we ended up at halftime, deficit-wise anyway.
Well, North Greenville's led by as much as 14. It's pretty much been in the high single digits, low teens for most of this game.
We'll see if the Lady Pioneers come out like they did after halftime with the quick shooting. They need to get some points on the board pretty quick. Now these turnovers are giving them points, but I don't know if they can sustain that the rest of the fourth quarter now.
This is a real low-scoring affair. We kind of expected that given Tusculum averaging right around, let's see, what was it, 59 points a game, and North Greenville averaging right around 64. We're sitting at 48-41. You mentioned the points off the turnovers, Dave. Tusculum has 20 to NGU's 14.
Yeah, still a lot of turnovers for both teams.
Oh, yeah, that is also the unfortunate case. As here comes Donahue trying to get a shot up and is fouled by Shields. Well, yeah, North Greenville just continues to add to their turnover count. They're at 19-13 in that category. Donahue able to get that free throw to drop.
Garlington back in now for the Lady Crusaders, see if she can add to those three-pointers.
And Donahue goes 2 for 2 on that trip to put North Greenville at 9. Garlington came off the bench just now, like Dave just said, and North Greenville has 24 bench points, and Garlington has a good chunk of those with 3 made. She has 9 of those 24 bench points. Right side for Makakala with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Guarded by Powell, clock running down. She loses the ball out of bounds, and it's going to be a turnover to NGU. And I'll give that one up to Powell, even though she indirectly influenced it.
Yeah, she knocked the ball off of the Pioneers lady's foot. That's what the referee called it.
Donahue in traffic, gets it to Garlington. She's going to try for 3, misses it wide left. And Malin Head on the rebound. Underneath, looking for Croft. Now back out to Makakala. Powell went for the steal, didn't get it. Now Shields left side 3 is good. And Shields just continues to drop those like hotcakes. It's 50-44. Garlington's open. She'll pull up outside the circle all day for 3, and she has suddenly gotten cold for North Greenville. Now Malin Head back the other way. Free throw line jumper is short, no good. And we have a foul against Shelton.
Yeah, I don't know if our stats tell us, Gray, if it points off of turnovers or not, but boy, there's been a lot of turnovers.
Tusculum, when taking their time to get some subs on. Jasmine Queen's one of those, the other 6'2" player for them. As here's Head on the right side. Looking up top, hands it off to Makakala. Now underneath, looking for Croft, and in traffic, she gets partially blocked, and Mann comes away with the rebound. And Powell far side for Shelton, and a long 2 on the way. Short, no good. Donahue with the rebound, runs into a player and gets called for the charge.
That was an unfortunate call for the Lady Crusaders because the referee right on top of the play did not make that call. That call came from the referee at the midcourt line.
Yeah, it was from the official back in front of the scorer's table, that's right. Makakala brings it back into front court. Donahue went for the steal. Now they leave Head open for two. No good. Tipped back into the hands of Shields for yet another Lady Pioneer offensive rebound. Left side. Heads over there. Drives inside. Loses the ball. Carter's back in. And she gets called for a foul.
Yeah, going for the ball. Unfortunately, she got just a little too carried away and got called for it, and she headed right to the bench. She knows it.
Yeah, she is done for the night with 7:44 to play in the fourth quarter. Cameron Carter will finish the night with 7 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. That's going to come down to some of those freshmen for North Greenville to step up and make plays. Garlington has been doing it the second half. We saw Shelton doing it in the first half. Can they hold on to a 6-point lead as Makakala, bad pass forced by Donahue and Shelton combined. And another turnover. You better bet Tusculum's going to go with that press, and there's a foul against North Greenville somewhere on the inbound. Well, how do you do that? It's against Powell, and now she's up to 4.
Yeah, they say she pushed off to get open, but I didn't see it on the floor. They saw something I didn't see that time.
Makakala up top, heads now to the right side, gives the ball up. Now Malin Head tries to drive in, nothing doing. Here's Shields. And now the perimeter defense starting to step up. They know what Shields can do with 4 made threes through this ball game. As Makakala at the free throw line, splits the difference, misses the shot. Mann with the rebound. Forward to Shelton. Shelton down the near side. Heads down the middle, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Tusculum. And now they can cut it to a 1-possession game. Makakala right side. Shields is the player to do that. She gives it back to Makakala. And now to Queen. Queen going up against Mann, gives it to Makakala. And Donahue's giving her a lot of space. And now here's Shields. And a foul against Tusculum. Against Jasmine Queen, that's her 3rd, team 2nd.
Got to give it to both schools, Gray. Both ladies' teams are fighting hard for that ball and fighting for position.
And the bad inbound is kept inbounds by Donahue, but Tusculum gets it, and another foul against Powell, and she's done.
Right, yep. I think she knew it too.
Two of the most dynamic players for North Greenville have just fouled out. Carter finished just a couple of moments ago, and now Powell is done. And it sends Malin Head to the line, and Devani Powell will finish the night with no points, but 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Head makes a free throw. It's not. Actually, I don't think I've ever called out Devani Powell with no points. Well, leads down to 4. North Greenville leads 50-46. As here comes Wolf into front court to Mann. Mann at the baseline, back out. Number 34, Alicia Jones, her shot's no good. Rebounded by Queen. Now to Malin Head, pulls up, lets the rest of the team go by her. Fires it up to Makakala.
Lady Pioneers need a basket right here now.
Yeah, they can make it a 1-point game. Queen's the pick. Makakala around to the right side, turns it over to Mann.
Yeah, Coach Carter that time thought it should have been a foul called.
Approaching 6 minutes to go. Schmidt left side up to Donahue. Donahue starts some movement, spins inside, back out to Schmidt. Schmidt tries a go. Back out to Jones for 3. It's 53-46. Alicia Jones listed as a senior transfer out of Florida A&M from Tucson, Arizona. Shields challenge. Schmidt skies up. Tipped it in the hands of Donahue, but Schmidt's going to get called for a foul.
On that last 3 by Jones, I could see Garlington on the bench saying, no, wait a minute, that's my spot.
I don't know if there's a spot from this court floor where she can't get a good look. Third foul against Schmidt. The first free throw missed from the hands of Reagan Croft from Franklin, Tennessee, just south of Nashville. No for 2 as North Greenville's has put Tusculum into the bonus for the rest of the game, so it's going to be critical for North Greenville to try and not foul. Donahue right side, brings it up top, drives down the middle, gets it out, in and out, and now Schmidt runs over Queen. And that'll be her 4th as she's picked up 2 quick ones. So that sends Queen to the line. Now Queen gets the first one. So Carter's fouled out, Powell's fouled out, Schmidt's at 4. And Queen rattles a second one out. So gets 1, it's 53-47. Now Wolf right side to Donahue. Under 5 minutes to go. Donahue looks up, misses it wide. Rebounded by Malin Head. Dave, run to 5 minutes. What's going to happen?
Yeah, this is your magic mark. You like that 5 minute to go mark. Usually one team runs away with it about right here.
Yeah, you're right. Either one team runs away or the other comes back, and Tusculum is in prime position to make the comeback as it's out of bounds off Donahue, so Tusculum keeps possession. This should be our timeout of the 4th quarter. It will come with 4:29 to go. North Greenville clinging to a 53-47 lead.
Interesting timeout here, Greg, because I don't know that anybody had momentum going, so we'll see which way it goes after this timeout.
And Tusculum has scored, what did you say, a high of 63 on the season?
I believe it was 67.
And that was in a loss. So the lower the scoring, it almost seems to play into the Lady Pioneers' favor.
With an average of 59, they're going to be just about on that mark by the end of the time the game ends here tonight. So it might be a race to 60, see who can get there first.
All right, now it favors in Tusculum's court, but they got 13 to go to that 60 mark. As would you believe that both teams combined have attempted over 100 shots on field goals tonight?
Yeah, a lot of them way off the mark. One thing to kind of watch out for in this last 4:29 left in the game would be the possession arrow. The way both teams have been wrestling for the ball, you might have several changes in the possession arrow.
Yeah, right now it's pointing to Tusculum, and they will also have possession. Here's Queen near side. They pass it up to the top side of the circle for Makakala, who's been the catalyst so far Actually, I'll give that honor to both her and Shields. As Shields gets the pass, it's tipped up off the hand of Jones.
Lady Pioneers have to be concerned now. 13 seconds on the shot clock.
Inbound to Makakala. She'll bring it back up topside. Left side to head. Back up to Makakala. Bobbles it, reels it in. Shields for a long distance three. Too strong. And rebounded by NGU with Wolf. Wolf brings it into front court. Well, stick to that near side. And challenges Makakala. And now underneath and short, no good from Schmidt. Schmidt gets tripped up. North Greenville lucky to get the offensive rebound. They do and can chew some more clock up. Here's Wolf, spin move underneath, and a foul called against Tusculum. I'll reset the shot clock. Second foul against Shields. Long inbound up to Donahue. Donahue drives in, and a foul against Malin Head.
Yeah, I heard that whistle that time. I wasn't quite sure what the call was. It almost looked like traveling on the Lady Crusaders.
So Donahue at the line, able to make both free throws and put North Greenville up 8.
Yeah, Karen Donahue doing very well tonight.
I also have to give a shout out to Garlington as Donahue's going to get called for the foul at the other end. And send Makakala to the line. Donahue second. And Makakala is not going to miss many of those. 10 of 13 on the year from the line. And chips in 2 more, and it's 55-49. Now the press in full effect. Shelton lobs it up for Donahue. And Donahue pulls up at the left side. Has Shelton to her right. And Alicia Jones over to her left. As Donahue spins her way inside, gives it to Shelton. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Donahue underneath to Trenum. Blocked and fouled. Now each team's at that 5-team foul mark, so there's a foul. Probably gonna have some free throws after it. Trenum, no good on the first one, as it's the third foul against Reagan Croft.
Pioneer Coach Carter, a little animated over there. We saw some technicals of the men's game the other night from the bench.
Trenum makes the second, so it's 56-49. Yeah, we had, I think, total 3 technicals that game, 2 against the coach and 1 against a player. Here's Makakala, back out to Williams, now right side for Malin Head. Trying to get around Donahue, puts it up, off the backboard, no good. And now here's Donahue back into front court, 2:30 to go. The right side for Jones. Trenum on the roll, doesn't get to her. Shelton bobbles it. Lucky not get called for travel or a double dribble. Right side Trenum again. Under 10 on the shot clock. Donahue turns it over. Williams gives it to Makakala. Now right side for Head. Puts it up, no good. Battle for the rebound is controlled by NGU. Donahue trying to break away. Lobs it up. Wolf, right side, gets it. 2 minutes to go.
Lady Pioneers have to put the ball on the hoop now. Have no other choice.
Wolf tries to do that, gets blocked by Williams. And now here's a bounce pass. Makakala puts it up and in for 2.
Yeah, that's what they have to do. The fast break 3-on-1, get it to the open player, layup only.
56-51. Donahue open to Wolf. And a foul over on the far side.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Gray. They called timeout, 20-second timeout.
Well, that's probably the best thing to do in this situation. Make sure Coach Arledge wanting to make sure play gets dialed in.
Yeah, with a minute 28 now, Lady Pioneers have got to set something up. Being down 5 points, just a long three will put them right close, and then they can play for that last second shot if they can get the ball back without letting North Greenville score anything. So with 1:28 to go, 56-51 in favor of the Lady Crusaders. Both teams are going to be setting things up now. Long timeout. I thought it was a 20-second timeout, but it seems to be a change to a full timeout now.
Yeah. I believe that's still the best strategy call you can make in this situation. 5-point lead. And the way Tara Shields has been playing this entire game for Tusculum, she's already made 2 threes in under a minute. So if she does that here, then Tusculum's up by 1.
Yeah, it's a shame Devontae Powell for the Lady Crusaders is on the bench because they could go back to that box and 1 and let that roamer go after the ball, kind of keep it out of her hands for that 3 if possible. But that may be the play setup that the Pioneers have set up now in the timeout.
Tara Shields has got 16. Makakala has 12 points. Now this might be the make or break minute with a minute 30 to go. Donahue gets away from the steal attempt. Tusculum definitely going for the ball. Donahue down to 10 on the shot clock. Back to Wolf, under 10. Down to 5. Wolf up top right side, 4, 3. Here's a 3 on the way from Jones. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Shelton. She's stripped of it. Makakala ends up with the loose ball. She pulls up. North Greenville's defense gets set into the final minute. Gonna need a 3 here. As it's back out to Shields. Here she comes, and it's too strong. Shelton on the rebound, and a foul against Makakala.
Well, Shields wanted that one for sure. She was in the right spot at the right time, and she had lost her defender. So she had that. It was a long 3, but she had a good look at it, just right up off the iron.
I thought we were going to be looking at a 2-point lead. Shelton at the other end.
We could be looking at that very soon here too.
Shelton, the pressure is on for these 2 free throws. Got the first one. It's a 6-point lead. And she made them both, so it is 58-51, 46 seconds to go.
Yeah, critical free throws that time.
Makakala into front court, decides to take it herself, puts it up, gets blocked by Trenum, no foul. And we continue on now, Donahue with the block and the ball. And she's fouled by Makakala.
Yeah, free throws here will be pretty much the wrap-up, I'm afraid, for Tusculum. Karen Donahue has had a wonderful game tonight.
Leads the way with 12 points. Missed the first free throw. Donahue makes the second one. That's 59-51. Lady Pioneer timeout.
Yeah, 35.6 to go. 8 points might be a little bit hard battle to come by to climb out of that hole with 35 seconds. You're going to have to throw up some threes, no question about that. Threes and fouls and threes and fouls.
I've seen stranger things happen. North Greenville's up 8, 35.6 seconds to go. They've got Tara Shields sitting out on the outside as she's pretty much the go-to three-pointer right now.
I'm all in favor of comebacks, and we will come back on January the 6th for the men's volleyball.
Good segue.
We do thank our viewers for being with us tonight on the North Greenville Sports Network. As always, we appreciate you joining us and invite you to bring your family and friends to watch and listen to our audio. We're very proud to bring you these games and very humbled by your viewing.
So an inbound from front court for Tusculum. Here's Makakala trying to drive inside, gets tied up with Trenum, and Trenum rips it away from her. And Makakala will foul her.
Yeah, couldn't get the three up, but they got the foul. 26.1.
So now Makakala sits at 4 fouls as she has gotten the past 3 that have gone up on the board.
Yeah, these could be the put-away free throws right here.
Elizabeth Trenum to the line. Too strong on the first one. That'll push her to 3 and 7. 3 for 7 from the line. Shot clock's turned off as we are about 4 seconds under 30 seconds. And Trenum gets 1. Well, it's 60-51 to push the lead to 9. Tusculum inbound from backcourt. Clock starts. I'll try the right side with Morgan Depew up for 2. Good. And now here comes North Greenville again.
Lady Crusaders let them have 2 all night long.
And Trenum was all alone into front court, puts it up and in for 2 as Tusculum was trying to crash in and force the turnover. And North Greenville pushes the lead back to 9. Here comes Malin Head up for 2, gets it off the backboard and in. 5 seconds to go. North Greenville, all they should have to do is inbound it, and they do so. Here comes Wolf running away into front court, and that will do it.
Yeah, a little questionable in my mind that time by the Lady Pioneers and not putting up threes. I thought sure we'd see the 3-pointers going up. But the Lady Crusaders let them have the 2s, just, that way they got the ball back.
Boy, Tusculum sure made things interesting there. About 4 minutes to go. But once again, even though it wasn't as big and impressive as other games, North Greenville still able to inch away.
Yep.
And come away with a win.
And the Lady Pioneers right about their average of 55 points, an average of 59.
Yeah, North Greenville right at their average, right around 62.
Yeah, exactly. And Ainsley's got a interview down here.
Yeah, she's catching up with number 14, Karen Donahue.
I'm here with number 14, Karen Donahue. Karen, what are the youth freshmen learning from the upperclassmen that are on the team right now?
We're learning how to play together and how to play college basketball because it's new to us, and they help us out with that.
How is that translating into the games today?
The freshmen are becoming more comfortable, and we're getting our rhythm in the games.
All right, let's take a look ahead to this weekend against Mount Olive. What does this NGU team need to do to get ready for Saturday?
We have to have a good practice tomorrow, and we just have to stay focused on the bus ride up there because it's easy to get distracted, and I think we'll be okay.
All right, well, congratulations on the game today. All right, Gray.
This North Greenville team's young, but they are dynamic, talented, and they have a lot of firepower.
Yeah.
You look outside the circle, they've got Garlington, who's probably about the truest three-point threat they have. Donahue, normally like to see her take shots from outside the arc, but she can also drive inside and put up 2. I mean, she got 3 shots inside. She went 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, 5 of 8 from the free throw line.
I'd like to see Garlington and Carter on the floor together, throwing up those threes and see what they can put up there.
Statistically, Cameron Carter leads the way in 3-point percentage, but I have a feeling here in a few more games, it's Carter with 46%, Donahue with 40, and Garlington, well, granted this is before tonight, Garlington with 32. So Carter, Donahue, and Garlington, 1, 2, 3 in 3-point percentage shooting for North Greenville.
That was a very competitive game. I wasn't quite sure at first in the first half if it was going to be as competitive as it turned out, but it really was a good game. Both teams played very well.
And here's the way it finished for North Greenville. 33.3% on field goals, 36.4% on three-pointers, 69.6% on free throws, 51 total rebounds, 16 of those offensively. They lose the turnover battle 24-19, and they led the entire ball game. Karen Donahue leads the team with 13 total points. Mann and Trenum each with 10. Garlington with 9. And Ayano Shelton and Cameron Carter each finish with 7. For Tusculum, 28.1% from the floor, 27.8 on three-pointers, 70% even on free throws, 39 rebounds, 15 of those offensively. And it was Tara Shields leading the team with 16 points. Benedicta Makakala, 12 points for her. And Malin Head finishes with 9. Then 3 different Lady Pioneers tied at 4. North Greenville outscored Tusculum in the first and second quarter, 17-10 in the first, 14-13 in the second. Tusculum outscored NGU 18-17 in the third, and they finished even, tied at 14 for that fourth quarter. Taking a look at another category that leads off the turnover category, Dave, points off turnovers, Tusculum just barely. It was 24, I believe it was 24-10 at one point. North Greenville fought back and got that one to 22-19.
Yeah, I really like the play of Tara Shields. She has a three-pointer that others could mock and learn something from. She's got that good eye. Those are long three-pointers too, most of them.
And you're right. She wasn't on the line when she made them. She's a good 2 feet away.
Right, what we would call the NBA level in the men's game. But she definitely had the good eye. She's been practicing that a lot. You can tell.
So North Greenville wins it by 7, 62-55. And Dave, we started talking about 2 minutes to go left in the ball game, and she didn't lead the team in scoring, albeit we can't say enough about Karen Donahue and her play for North Greenville. But for this game, the Moses Greer player of the game, kind of feel like it has to be Jessica Garlington.
Yeah, agreed. No question about that. I especially liked her play in the first half. She kept the Lady Crusaders in the game.
Sorry about that. Some
we had a little
personnel difficulties.
Yeah, we were talking about Garlington. She made those three-pointers in the first half that kept North Greenville in the game. And she is definitely our player of the game tonight.
Yeah, because without Garlington's 9 points, North Greenville doesn't win this game.
Exactly. Yeah, especially those three-pointers.
And so we finished a little bit early since this game started at 6 today, so you still got time to make your way down to Moses Greer on Wade Hampton, across from the Bank of Travelers Rest branch out there. If you're in the same shopping plaza as the Target, you're in the right area.
Exactly, yeah, and they'd love to see you down there. And tell them that you heard about them on the North Greenville Sports Network. And as always, we do appreciate you joining us tonight.
And we wish both basketball squads on their road trips for the remainder of this year and the start of 2017. And again, a reminder, we'll be back with you Friday, January the 6th for men's volleyball against Lincoln Memorial, and I am looking very forward to that because this gym is electric when the men's volleyball team plays.
Yeah, and we wish all of our viewers a Merry Christmas, and we do say Merry Christmas around here.
And a Happy New Year.
Well, yes, and if you celebrate other holidays, may they be blessed too.
And so for the final time here in 2016 from Hayes Gymnasium on the campus of North Greenville University, for myself, Gray Sutherland, for Dave Parson, for Alan and Will Cahaley producing, for Patrick Brown on camera, for Scott Rouse on camera. And I think that just about.
Don't forget Ainsley. She did a good job on the sideline.
And Ainsley Brock down courtside. I forgot her after one football game, and I felt so guilty felt so bad for doing that. But yes, for Ainsley Brock, definitely down courtside, sideline for football. We have good crew here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So again, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in that new year, 2017, for men's volleyball here on the North Greenville Sports Network.